Okay, on the road, division opponent, great team, division champs from last season. I have a ton of respect for Coach Harbaugh, this entire group. They present significant challenges with how they play offense, defense, and special teams. Really good group. Special teams is always top-notch, obviously, Coach Harbaugh's background, but they do a great job in their coverage phases and their return phases. Their defense, I think Coach Orr does an outstanding job, really play a really tough, physical brand of football with really good players at all three levels. Offensively, great challenges, obviously, with Lamar, Derrick Henry, fast receivers, big up front. So huge challenge for our football team. Have to have a great week of practice and then have to go on the road and handle a road environment. But with that, I'll take any questions.
Quinshon kind of rejoining the team this week. What do you need to see from him in practice to feel comfortable putting him out there on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm going to take it day by day. Daniel, he's not here today, not practicing today, so I'll really take that day by day.
Why is he not practicing today?
He's not here today.
How do you balance when he gets here? Kevin, getting him up to speed with not putting too much on his plate physically, given he hasn't practiced with you guys since
Well, I think with any player, Scott, you want to be very smart about where they are, because it's all different. It could be guys coming off an injury, a guy that you signed late during the year. You just have to be smart about where they are, and that's where this week we'll take it day by day and see where he is before we make that determination.
Is absence today related to discipline, or is it personal?
He's not here today. Not going to get into specifics, but expect him here tomorrow.
New York meeting with the commissioner.
Not going to get into specifics, but I expect him back tomorrow.
Go ahead, Tom.
I was going to change the subject, so if you want to follow.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that real quick. Since you say he's going to be here tomorrow, I know you're taking it day by day, but can he play Sunday with 2 days of practice?
Yeah, it's really hard to say, Mary Kate. Need to see him tomorrow and the next day and see where it is. So I have, as coaches, we are just going to take it day by day.
Sense where he's been at conditioning-wise, whether he's worked out and everything?
Obviously, we've been able to work with him physically over the last few days. He looks good.
Everyone talks about the mobility and the scrambling ability. But since he's coming, how have you seen him grow as a passer and a processor?
I mean, he's a great passer. There's nothing he does everything well. Throws it well, can make plays on design runs, can make plays off schedule. So there's no weaknesses in his game, and that's obvious. I mean, he's an MVP player. So
It's like with guys like him, Josh, Mahomes, that's kind of been in vogue to look at those kind of traits and say, well, this is what you need in a quarterback now. But how important is the baseline set of reading defenses and playing from the pocket, all that stuff still?
Yeah. There's a bunch of different ways to play the position. There's a bunch of different ways to win a game. He's capable of doing all of it. Like you mentioned, I mean, staying in the pocket, going through your reads, totally capable, and has done that.
In 5 previous years, we've lost the first game 3 times, but won the second each time. So what's your secret or what's your mindset in avoiding 0-2?
Yeah, not really our main focus is what we need to do in this game, Tony. I don't think any team is served well thinking about your week 1 result, win, lose, or draw. We're really focused just on this game.
Have you and Bubba talked to Andre or whatever, or figured out what might have gone wrong Sunday, and that will he be kicking for you Sunday?
He will. Yeah, young player will only get better. Obviously, he wants to come through in those moments. We expect him to come through in those moments, but just like any player on our roster, we'll continue to get better.
History doesn't really play a factor in what's going to take place on Sunday. The fact that the Ravens are using this against Cleveland is their 30th anniversary celebration, and taking the team out of Cleveland and the success that they've had since then. Do you plan on doing anything, though, this week just to maybe remind players or teach players the history of these two franchises and what happened to the original?
Yeah, our players know the history of our franchise. Our focus really is on this week, on this opponent.
Joe, Kevin, I know we talk all the time about a guy playing his former team, but it feels a little different. Joe was in Baltimore forever. Just how do you think he's going to deal with everything that goes into that return.
Yeah, like a professional. He's got a job to do.
I've got a question about the last play of the game. Was that supposed to be lateral to Jerome Ford?
Yeah, I don't want to get into specifics on certain plays.
Kevin, with Quinshon, were you guys in contact with him during the process, or how was he kind of preparing to be able to make the
Yeah, not in contact with him. Obviously, he was here in the spring, so has a baseline and understanding those type of things, and then we'll work hard and have been working hard since he's been back and getting him ready.
He was putting on pads or anything like that during his workout?
I don't know.
Obviously, he had your playbook, and I'm sure he was probably working hard on your offense.
He appears to be in very good shape, Mary Kay, but I think it's important that we take this day by day.
I know he's going to have new challenges every week, but Lamar and him being in the middle there, is Lamar kind of a guy that you need to be on the field with to just get a sense for everything he does, and will it take Carson maybe a little while to get used to that?
I think, as you can imagine, you can't replicate Lamar Jackson in practice. He's a great, great player. He's physically gifted. Like we talked about before, he can beat you with his arm, with his legs, and beat you from the pocket, outside the pocket. So we understand the challenge. Doesn't make it easy. You practice hard against, a look that you're trying to show what he can do, but it's impossible to replicate that. So we have a ton of respect for him, and we just have to make sure that we do all those things as a football team, as a defense, to play well.
Have likely again. Any chance you borrowed from the way they used two tight ends at once through the offseason?
I don't know.
You looked on the film at your run game and your blocking schemes, which of course I know are new or back to the old or whatever. Did you see very correctable things, and how do you feel about the run game?
Yeah, I mean, for us to play well, we have to be able to run the ball better than we did in week one. We have to perform better as players. We have to give them a better plan as coaches. You need to strain a little bit more. You have to use technique a little bit more. It's all the little things that add up to being a big thing when you talk about having rushing success.
They're like Pittsburgh. They just seem to be every year extremely physical. Just what is it about Harbaugh's system down there and what he does? It seems like their defense every year has that same personality.
Yeah, I think, it's the AFC North. I would say every defense, it's a physical brand of football. That's kind of how we all play in this division, so that's what you expect. They do a nice job in their scheme. Their scheme's very different than our scheme in some ways, and in a lot of ways it's very similar. But we understand what it takes in a 60-minute ball game.
You guys have had success in defending Derrick Henry and what he's been able to do, whether with Baltimore or when he was with the Titans, but how much of a challenge does he add to that offense with what Lamar can do already?
Great player. I mean, everybody saw it the other night. He's a rare combination of size, speed, power, you name it. So, again, somebody that we have a tremendous amount of respect for.
The defense has kind of been in a turnover drought in the last 18, 19 games. But you've also held very few offensive leads during that time. What do you think the correlation is there? Playing with a lead per making defensive takeaways.
Certainly you want to take the ball away on defense and special teams. That's a emphasis for us and all 32 teams. To your point, Tony, how teams play in a game is dependent on the score, and when you do have a lead, teams are typically throwing it more, and there's more opportunities for a strip sack or a tip ball or an interception, those type of things.
Through last week, and do you think he might be able to play Sunday?
Yeah, really, I'm going to keep it day by day, so I'm going to focus on today. He'll practice today, and he continues to do really well.
It's been a few days. You haven't brought in any competition at kicker. Is it safe to say that you won't bring any competition at kicker going into Sunday?
Yes, and I'll say it again. We expect Andre to do his job just like our team expects me to do my job, how I expect every player to do their job. We're not going to be perfect. We'll own that together, but we have a ton of confidence because of what we've seen from this young man.
Jack in his eye.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's fine. Yes.